As Japan has yet to recover from the scorching heat, another threat has suddenly struck, this time from the ocean. According to the latest figures from the Japan Disaster Mitigation Agency, in just 7 days since July 21st, a total of 10,804 people were hospitalized due to heat stroke and other heat-related problems. Of these, 16 have died in 14 prefectures. Most worryingly, people over 65 account for more than 50% of the total victims. On July 29th, 318 out of 914 measuring points nationwide recorded temperatures exceeding 35 degrees Celsius, the highest level since 2010. In particular, 37 localities set new records, of which Gujo, Gifu Prefecture, reached a terrifying 39.8 degrees Celsius. While people were still struggling with the heat, on the morning of July 30th, a new blow from nature shocked the whole country. A magnitude 8.8 earthquake occurred off the coast of the Kamchatka Peninsula in Russia.
Офигеть! Да.
Сейчас пошло второе.
Капец, смотри на что. Ребят, качает меня до сих пор ноги.
Да до сих пор качает.
Смотрите. Господи, боже мой.
Triggering a tsunami that spread across the Pacific Ocean.
Powerful quake in
From 10:50 a.m., Japanese meteorological stations began recording the first waves. Up to now, at least 15 prefectures from Hokkaido to Aomori have recorded waves up to 40 centimeters high. Although no major damage has been caused, the entire coastal area has been
Russia's far east causes tsunami. Japan and Hawaii order evacuations. A powerful magnitude 8.8 earthquake off Russia's far eastern Kamchatka Peninsula triggered 4-meter, 13-foot tsunami waves and sparked evacuation orders.
The risk of another earthquake of around magnitude 7.5 is very high. People in evacuation areas should stay in safe places until further notice. At 11:09, the tsunami hit Chiba Prefecture, not far from Tokyo. A clear sign the threat was approaching the population center. Just hours after the warning, the Chiba coast witnessed another strange phenomenon. A series of large whales washed ashore, lying motionless on the sand. The image quickly spread across platforms, causing a stir on Japanese social media. Whales are not affected by tsunamis when in deep water, but a sudden change in the currents near the shore caused them to temporarily run aground before the tsunami hit. There have been no reports of serious damage, but more than 900,000 people in 133 coastal municipalities have been advised to evacuate. Authorities continue to closely monitor seismic and tidal fluctuations in high-risk areas.
There's a view looking west.
Tsunami.
The 2011 earthquake and tsunami in Japan showed the devastating scale of nature. Just hours after a magnitude 9.1 earthquake struck the coast of Honshu, waves as high as 17 meters, 55 feet, swept ashore and crossed the ocean to the U.S. coast within 20 hours.
Reported.
And now, history seems to be repeating itself. In the U.S., tsunamis have been recorded along the Aleutian Islands, the coast of Alaska, and even Hawaii.
Pre-tsunami waves have been recorded in Japan, the largest of 60 centimeters, 24 inches, officials said. Japan's Chief Cabinet Secretary Yoshimasa Hayashi said there were no injuries or damage reported so far and no irregularities at any nuclear plants.
The National Weather Service warns, each tsunami wave can last from 5 to 15 minutes, with unusually strong currents and extremely dangerous conditions. The risk of coastal flooding is very high. All coastlines are affected, regardless of direction. NOAA data confirms sea levels have risen abnormally in many places such as Honolulu, Kahului, and Halewa, with wave amplitudes up to 1.22 meters. CNN also confirms the magnitude 8.8 earthquake on July 29th.
It revised the magnitude up from 8.0 earlier and reported a series of strong aftershocks up to a magnitude of 6.9. A resident in the city of Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky said the shaking started slowly.
About 136 kilometers from the city of Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky has prompted a series of countries to issue tsunami warnings, including Japan, Taiwan, the Philippines, Hawaii, and the entire west coast of the United States. In Japan, the effects are already being felt. Iwate records 1.3-meter high waves hitting port Nomuro Hanasaki, recorded 80 centimeters. Ishinomaki recorded 70 centimeters. The alert remains in place. Experts do not rule out the possibility of higher waves in the next 24 hours. In Hawaii, authorities are racing against time to deploy response measures. Some areas could see waves as high as 3 meters, posing a serious threat to residents' safety. In late July 2025, nature delivered two devastating blows. extreme heat, and a massive tsunami, all at once. A stark reminder. We live in a time of change, and human resilience is being tested like never before.
Smaller waves were possible along coastlines across much of the Pacific, including the U.S. West Coast. Due to a massive earthquake that occurred in the Pacific Ocean, a tsunami warning is in effect